StepManiaX by Step Revolution. What are you waiting for? Give it a try. How to play. Step on the arrows as they reach the end of the boogie lines to the beat of the music. Sometimes arrows will occur at the same time. For hold notes, step and hold until the end of the segment. Sometimes you'll also be required to release exactly at the end of the segment. Missing will cause the light bar to empty and scoring to stop. Let's step. Select player difficulty.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone tuning in to the Eclipse East 2023 StepManiaX stream. This is your pilot speaking. I will be on commentary. So we are getting into our first broadcast match of the tournament. What you just saw was a warm-up. Tommy Does the Miss versus Jacqueline. All right, game one, Sky High by DJ Miko. This is her pick. This is a fairly standard, very syncopated, but not very dense 20. It's pretty straightforward. All right, getting into about the halfway point, Tommy has a very strong lead so far, solid gold combo going in. About 2,000 to 3,000 points ahead of Jacqueline. Keeping a pretty consistent combo, I believe. Just picked up some off notes towards the beginning, but there's still plenty of room left. Errors can change the margins significantly. All right, 6-star from Tommy, first game, very impressive. Solid full combo from Jacqueline, a little early in places, but a good performance nonetheless. Let's switch to the versus screen for this game. All right, here's another relatively straightforward 20. A little more emphasis on those 3 pairs of 16s throughout this song, especially on those synth hits. Not much in the way of complicated bursts and turns. Going into some gallops here for the main chorus. Both players holding their combo steady so far. Wow. Another impressive closeout from Tommy, doesn't miss. We will take the first set of our broadcast 2-0. Yes, Zephyr, I believe middle size would be arrow size -1 from default.
StepManiaX.
All right. Next set on stream,
Hey,
the Storm
press
Taker
play to
21
begin.
versus Shinobi. Shinobi notably had a very strong performance at Red
Okay,
October's
let's
lower
see
division
what you
tournament.
can do. Make a
Plays a
selection.
lot of the other games.
Wild.
I believe she has entered in numerous other events here in Eclipse. going into bubbles for game one. Shinobi's Protect. It's a slow BPM song, but it's got some very quick gallops, some tricky swing type patterns sparse throughout, and a decent helping of tech too. Definitely a very strong Protect here that Shinobi has. She's nailing all of these little bursts and syncopated patterns throughout the chart. Stormtaker's picked up a couple of misses. I think a couple of missed techniques here and there, but still holding on strong score-wise. You do not want to be resting on those mine holds. They will absolutely decimate your life bar. You do not want to be in that position. Not too bad for score, though. All right. Shinobi closes out the Protect with a 98. That's a very good score. Picked up some off notes in the later half of that, but given some of the center panel patterning and some of the trickier techniques involved, perfectly reasonable to make this stage. All right, Stormtaker's Protect, move it, groove it. It's another slower BPM song, more with an emphasis on some streaming patterns through it, and especially in the back half of the song, you're going to see some faster bursts, faster than 16th. It starts with this more melodic syncopation, going more to the vocals. All right, Shinobi holds a healthy lead early on, keeping the gold combo going through the crossovers and center panel twists. Both players are getting tripped up by the mine there. Got to be careful about resting your feet out of these streams. Here are more of the bursts. Both players picking up some misses as the chart transitions to more of these patterns. Okay, Shinobi takes it. 2-0. Stormtaker does very well holding on through, keeping it through to the end. A little bit more on the earlier side, but nevertheless impressive to keep that combo going throughout those streams. Some of those 16 streams, the ones incorporating the crossovers, and especially once you start mixing in the burst, it can be very difficult to keep your timing and very easy to panic and rush on those. So, all right. Some great performances to start the stream tonight.
5-step revolution. Press play to get started. How to play. Step on the arrows as they reach the end of the moving lines to the beat of the music. Sometimes arrows will occur at the same time.
For our spectators at home, if you look at the bracket, you will see SMX is divided into 2 pools. Both pools are running in parallel. They will be occurring on the 2 different machines we have here. One is our stream setup, the other is not on the broadcast at the moment. So we will be alternating between both pools, whoever is available to play on the stream setup accordingly. We have already seen 1 match from each pool. It looks like next up on stream we are going to have Master Jack 1225 versus Sneasel.
Let's see what you've got. Select difficulty. Easy mode.
So while we wait for the players to log in and get their warm-up going, if applicable, we'll take a look at the card draw here. Jack's Protect is clickbait, a wild 20. It's a higher BPM chart, but it's mostly 8th stream. There's a couple of 16th bursts thrown in, some specific techniques to be aware of in that chart, but it's very straightforward, aside from 1 or 2 little occurrences you need to be conscientious of. Land of the Rising Sun, bit of a faster BPM, that's a 21, more syncopation, more 16th there. And Say What, which is slower speed, but more heavier on some of the streams in the 16th patterns that is very characteristic of this mid-range difficulty. Remember, Stormtaker, this is double elimination. You are not out of the tournament yet. You'll need to lose the 2nd set to be fully out, to my understanding. Okay, we are going to get a quick little warm-up in here. Nothing else matters, Wild 19.
Player 1, ready. Let's go for it.
Mostly 8th note stream, but this is at a relatively high BPM. I believe it's 196 or similar number. It's a good foot speed warm-up. Good preparation for clickbait.
100 combo. Combo. 300 combo. Combo. 500 combo. Perfect combo.
Right. Both players comfortably full combo, their warm-up. Clean run, no minds hit from either side. All right. And this will get us going into our first game of the set.
Reselect music. journey to magnificence has only just begun. Get ready. Go!
More 16th burst just to start out this chart. It's relatively sparse otherwise. It's mostly just going to be streaming 8s at around 175, I believe is the BPM for this. Although there is one minor gimmick coming up. Let's see if the players get it correctly. It's going to be a stop, and there's going to be a lift timed on a 64th node. Jack does not hit the lift, Sneasel does. Looks like Sneasel, however, picks up off note coming out of that stop. Very standard, otherwise. Jack holds on to his gold combo, going into the last quarter of this chart.
400 combo.
All right, takes game one with a modest lead, a low 99. Very impressive.
Perfect. Nice job. Okay, select another song. Confirm difficulty. Options.
All right, Land of the Rising Sun.
Player one, ready.
It's going to have some more complicated
Let's see what
patterning
you've got.
than our previous chart. A little bit of a slower pace.
Action.
All right, Sneasel rushes a little bit some of those syncopated patterns going to the vocals in the first quarter of the chart. Finds his footing, continues going forward.
$200 combo. $300 combo.
It looks like both players are rushing a little on some of these 16 streams. They're keeping it together, combo-wise. Coming up on the outro, Jack maintains a healthy lead. It picks up one early, two earlies, three.
Perfect combo.
A little unfortunate in that back end for scoring, but strong performance. Very good accuracy from Jack.
That was great.
He will take the set 2-0. Well played. All right, our next match on stream, Daniel Van Eden and Dat Corrido. Daniel Van Eden, most notably, was the winner for the Mild Division singles tournament at Red October about 2 months ago, to the date almost. Corey, strong performer in his own right, 5th place in the lower division at Red October. Lots of familiarity, especially with the lower end of the chart. Daniel Van Eden, I believe, has more
Are you sure?
experience, more history
Player
with
two
games like
ended.
DDR.
Player one removed.
But still, strong
You should come back
fundamentals,
and
put up
play
a really
again
great
soon.
showing, taking that lowers
All right.
tournament.
Please make a selection.
Corey's Protect here is Turbo, Wild 21. It's a very straightforward 16th streamy chart, around 128 BPM. It's favored for those looking to break into the 21 folder, be it by clearing or accuracy. It's a very straightforward, very fun chart, a good place to start. Life Ride as a 22. It's a very slow BPM song, but makes up for that by being very 16th dense with some bursts as fast as 30 seconds throughout it. Robot World is a pretty straightforward 19. A couple of little quirks in it, but relatively standard fare for that folder. All right, warming up on it, Dream of You. I think this is a very good warm-up for the set at present. While the difficulty number is on the upper end for this draw, this is not that intense for a 22, in my opinion. It's also very oriented around 16th and swing bursts, in a sense, that go off like that standard quantization. It's good practice for switching your foot speed as necessary. So you go from those 16ths into those 64th gallops. Typically that specific pattern with a long hold note into a spin. While normally that would be charted as a spin, you'll find most players will typically jump or double step it accordingly. You just have to be mindful of your foot placement, that you do not mistakenly rest your foot touching one panel where you then need to hit with the other one. You do not want to pick up a miss on an otherwise not very dense quarter note section. All right, heading into game one. Here we go, Turbo. This particular syncopated pattern with the 16th note is going to be very common throughout this chart, as well as some longer 16th streams like that. And of course, a couple of holds, some rolls. You have some flexibility to hit them however you like, so long as you just meet the quota before they run out. All right, both players holding a steady build combo going into the chorus. Corey with a very minor lead. another roll. You can usually see there's different approaches to that. One player chose to hit it as like an alternating drill, an 8th note drill roughly. The other went for jumps. All right, neither player gets jump scared by the last row of mines. Snuck in at the very end. All right, Corey takes it 11 perfect to 14, keeping his timing tight for game 1. Excellent work by both players to hold a gold combo on that. All right, Life Ride. It may look a little intimidating as it's basically many unbroken 16th streams throughout the song, and some step jumps that you'll see here. It's worth noting though, this song does run at less than 100 BPM. It's in the 80s approximately, may even be slower than that. So that's closer to an 8th note stream, but still very challenging in the 22 range. Lateral crossovers, 16th bursts. Those mine holds, which make sure that you do not bracket mash your way through those. Lest you put too much weight on the center panel, you will take a significant life bar hit and a score decrease through it. Daniel Van Eden committing to those turns. All right, picks up an early. Corey holding a gold combo and a modest lead coming out of the stop. These margins are razor thin though, and considering that there's multiple sub-judgments on these perfects and the other judgments in the game, it is possible for the lead to change very rapidly, especially if a player makes a mistake in the closing outro. I believe Corey held it together very closely. 25-piece perfect combo. Does look like Daniel's early step, however, did cost him the game there. Those margins are quite small, and an early judgment can be as low in value as about 5% of the maximum point you can get from an individual note in the chart, roughly speaking, through some testing. They're going to hug it out. Have a grand old time. Taking a second to appreciate the score and discuss their set on the pad there.
StepManiaX.
All right, next on deck, Dims versus Jai-Pai.
Experience greatness. How to play. Step on the arrows as they reach the end. Select your difficulty.
Take a look at their card draw as they are getting logged in and will be warming up shortly. Protect from Dims on I Feel Sun. Relatively straightforward Wild 21. Protect from Jai-Pai on Blow My Mind, which is Wild 19. Blow My Mind is relatively straightforward, just some couple of gallops, some relatively simple patterns. There is, however, a lot of empty space in the chart. There's kind of like this instrumental pause in the music. It does not have much in the way for notes except for a little piano interlude here and there. If you are not being very conscious of the beat or your timing, you're not stepping it or anything of that sort, it can be very easy to get an off judgment when you step back in to go with the piano. But very straightforward, a very simple 19 pick here. And culminating in Do It All Night, which is more of a 16th heavy 20, but a very straightforward one. You'll love to see the support for players coming into the chat. Absolutely cheer on your friends, your fellow community members. Wish for them a strong start at SMX here at Eclipse East 2023. All right, looks like we're going to be warming up with EU44. Wonderful contribution. Very familiar style song from Naoki Maeda, the original sound director for Dance Dance Revolution.
StepManiaX, let's go! Hey, go! No stopping, to the top, let's get it popping. To the window, to the wall, you know we going hard. You want more, we give you more. Stop this jam as we hit the floor, so let's get on the floor. Up and down, showing moves as you hear that sound. We going, no stopping, and no conclusion. SMX, the step revolution. Hardcore, that's what we came here for. So say it with me, BU44. Play with me, don't play with that. Turn it up, now bring it back. Step revolution hits you harder than a heart attack. Never losing, always cooling. You love the way we moving. Winners and we always proving. So tell me who you fooling. Go, make it work. Competition in the dirt. You be 3, you be 2, but we always coming first. Go, throw your hands up now. We gon' shut it down.
I think this is a very good 21 pick for a warm-up. It has a little bit of everything in it. There's all sorts of different patterns. It switches between bursts and streams, some step jumps, a little bit of tech here and there.
We get stopping, we headed to the top. Move your feet. Stay on beat. StepManiaX, let's go. BU44.
One particular quirk that you see here is, although Dims did full combo that chart, technically with hitting the notes, he did not complete the quota on one of the rolls, I believe, there, which is why the combo counter appears diminished. Very clean other than the missed quota roll, I believe it was. All right, we are going to get into game one of the set. All right, as this was Dims Protect, we did see he just had a very stellar performance on a 21, very clean gold combo throughout. Opening up with those clusters of 16ths. All right, you want to be very conscientious of your form on those center panel runs there. Dims picks up early off of that. Very close game at the halfway mark, however. Jaipai holding on very tightly to that gold combo so far. Right, good precision on the 16th run so far. A little tricky throwing in the bracket jumps and the double taps throughout. All right, Jaipai has a very strong Hex Star score for game 1 there. Very favorable position to be in to win on your opponent's Protect start. 4-piece, very good. Dims holds a very tight performance as well. Just a few more perfects, but the 2 earlies make a significant dent in the score. Going into game 2, blow my mind. I'm not very on top of my scene switches, I apologize. Couple of cheeky lifts. All right, and this is the middle section I had alluded to earlier where you have some empty space, some notes following the piano. Both players will pick up some late perfects here in this segment. Yeah, be very careful not to drift in these sorts of more ethereal sounding, emptier sections of charts. The last setting to blow my mind has you avoiding some mines, both players avoiding very well so far. All right, very tricky lift there. Does chip just a little bit off the score, a little bit extra lift. Dims does not perfect complete that, but Jaipai keeps it very close. Very clean runs from both players, 10 perfect 8s. Jaipai takes the set 2-0. Very strong showing, nevertheless. All right, your next setup, Mr. Chai versus Goddish. Excellent tag. I do believe Goddish, involved in the event planning at Eclipse, has a lot of experience with Pump It Up or other dance games. Not surprised to see that his initial protect here is Dam Daddy Do, a 22. Very technical chart in comparison to the others on the draw. Does not look like we'll be jumping straight into the game, though. We will be going to a warm-up first. An excellent choice. Pink Dinosaur, Wild 19. Looking at the rest of the card draw, we talked about Dom Dottie Doo. No Princess, a relatively standard, we'll say, Wild 19. I don't think there's anything particularly notable regarding that chart. And how we win, Wild 21. Community favorite. Double missed lift at the very end. Regrettable. Otherwise, a modest warm-up from both players. All right, we are getting into game one. So at the beginning of this chart, you want to be mindful of that row of mines that you see going across up, center, and down, as well as some of the mines involved there, where your pattern may lend you to see it as a crossover, but if you leave your foot resting on the middle arrow in that crossover, it'll just have you immediately hitting a mine. Getting into these twisty sections and ground mine holds. All right, sustained 16th run. A shock arrow. Very twisty chart in general. Mr. Guy has built up a modest lead, 2,000 to 3,000 points going into this chorus. It's a very difficult to read pattern if you're not familiar with center panel patterns in SMX, but Mr. Guy takes game one. Very solid, a little about 4,000 point lead. Very good perfect count. Okay, going into No Princess. Taking a second to debrief before going into game two. The most important thing for the players to be aware of going into this chart, the second half when the chorus kicks in, it'll be shifting towards more 16th gallop pattern. Be mindful of your timing to hit that appropriately. Mr. Guy does an excellent job keeping that gallop clean. Gadish not far behind. Missing some lifts though. That is going to widen the point gap a little bit as we approach the end of the chorus. All right, finishes out with a gold combo, 99. Mr. Guy will take the set 2-0. All right, excellent work so far to all the players involved. I'm going to need to take my departure from the commentary desk for the time being, but I'll be back with you all shortly. Thanks for watching. More great matches to come.
Back at it again. Select difficulty. Maniacs.
Looks like ATB's got a small lead at the short break we just had just now, but it wasn't a really big lead. Looks like they're about 300 points away from each other. Is that APC? Wow. Tournament APC from ATB, let's go. On a sight read too, he says. And you know, Master Jack got 6 perfects. That's a really solid score too. It just shows you how competitive this event is, you know. That you can get 6 perfects and still lose a tournament match. All right, next up we have Surf coming up. This is a relatively straightforward 22. Some tricky center panel gallops in it, but otherwise, it's one of the, in my opinion, easier 22s relative to the folder. All right, song number 2. ATB is up 1 song. Can Master Jack bring this to a song 3? Got a short stop here. ATB picking up a miss.
Testing, okay.
The center panels are a little bit tricky. Master Jack's gotten early in both center panel gallop sections. All right, down to the end of the song, we got the step jumps coming here. And ATB still maintaining a lead despite having a miss early in the song. All right.
Ooh.
ATB takes that one 2-0. Still a solid performance by Master Jack. He still has a loser bracket run to go through, so he's not out of the tournament yet. Wow. In Pump It Up, we call those Robertos, getting 1 on the song. We have a player in the Pump community, Roberto, that's famously known for getting 1 of something on every song he plays.
I see.
Yep. All right, up next, I believe we have Pilot versus Snowstorm coming up. And hello, this is Jelly Slosh and CTL17 here on the mic.
Yeah.
We are holding it down. We are underway at Eclipse 2023. We are playing until we have our top 16 filled out.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Someone said that was a pretty good score.
Who do we got next?
It should be Pilot Snowstorm.
Oh, the sight read? Okay.
we can't hear you with the headset on.
Everybody to the song, that was a fucking sight read.
I heard you say that, so I did mention it too. Sight read APC in tournament. It's so impressive.
To the beat of the music.
Spencer. I need to talk to Spencer for a second real quick. But real quick, let's go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsors here.
Sometimes you will also be required to release exactly at the end of a segment.
Spencer.
Missing will cause the light bar to empty and scoring to stop.
Are they going up? I think Pilot and Snowstorm still need to do their draw. We're running mega efficient at this event.
Okay, that's good,
So
you know.
it's always a good sign when we're running so fast that we don't have matches queued up.
That we don't have matches queued, or okay.
Yeah, because like people are in other games. So we have some people in ITG at the moment. Some of them are in Pump It Up as well. Because those other games also started on Friday as well. DDR is the only one that's starting on Saturday. And then I have 2 players stuck in traffic as well.
Have there been any game 3s?
Game 3s, I don't know, just because I've been busy running around my head cut off.
Maybe chat can tell us if they've seen any game 3s.
We're gonna look at the Start GG bracket too.
Oh, I guess you can do that.
I think I have a bracket screen here somewhere. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is just a projected screen. Hold on.
I mean, as a TO, I love it when there are no game 3s because everything finishes super fast, you know. Yeah.
But I love game 3s as a spectator.
Yeah.
All right, let me see what we've got here. Let me turn off show projected. So pool 1, we are.
I see a lot of 2-0s.
Yeah, we are looking to get Pilot and Snowstorm coming up, and I think Pac, Rob, and Deck Corrido might be on deck on that one next. If not, will be someone from pool 2. Which those matches.
Yeah,
we have
still.
Malaysia Jameson, who I believe is stuck in traffic right now. Tommy, Mr. Guy. I see Tommy ready to draw soon.
Yeah, I see Mr. Guy there as
And
well.
then Malia and Jai Pai and Dame Fortuna and Primo Victoria for winners quarters final. Basically, whoever's in this position in the bracket needs to win 2 more matches to be in the top 16. And we still got a good amount of losers matches to go through as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of losers to go.
Yep. Let me see what the potential top 16 candidates are as well. Shinobi, this match has somebody in traffic. But I'm still impressed that people are still making it despite starting on a Friday. It's really impressive. Especially Baltimore traffic, I've heard.
Oh, yeah. I'm so glad I got here early because, like, traffic was, like, pretty good. But if I just left, like, an hour later, I'm pretty sure I would
I
be.
realized I never put the bracket screen on for everyone to look at. So this is what we've been looking at, talking about the whole time, the bracket setup here.
Oh. Who do we have on this one? We still haven't had one in a while.
Yeah. Okay. They just finished their draw.
Okay. All right. Cool. Should we queue up another one then?
Yeah. That's what they're doing right now.
Okay. So that one.
You see them pointing around.
Yeah. Do they have one queued for here then?
I don't know because I had to get the commentary.
Yeah. I guess the. We're just waiting on the people in traffic then.
Yeah. Just 2 people, 2 players.
StepManiaX.
I feel like the
Start this show.
like those people are just gonna have to play like back to back. Yeah.
Some people prefer to do that just because they can stay warmer.
I can't imagine like swapping games between games like in the same wave though. You know.
I feel that, especially as someone that's playing in both Pump and SMX, it's hard to go back and forth.
Yeah.
So we have Pilot and Snowstorm here right now on deck. They are I'm expecting them to do a warm-up right now.
Do we have their picks?
Yep, right on the screen. We have
okay.
All Starts Now, Young Forever, and our song 3 is Izzy Pie. And again, if y'all don't know, the draw range for this is 19 to 22s. We use a bell curve for the weights on it, so it's 17, 33, 33, 17% odds of appearing.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty
Comes
nice.
up relatively even. We have 7 songs appear on the screen. Players veto it down to 3.
This is their warm. Yeah, this is their warm up then.
Yep, this is their warm-up song. Yeah, if time permits, we usually like to give everyone one warm-up, especially since we have 2 setups here. Just enough time for players to adjust to the different setups we have. We have a Dedicat setup provided by The Cave Gaming. And are they Fairfax, Virginia, I think?
They're like in. No, they're not that far away. I think they're Arlington.
Arlington?
Yeah.
I know they're in Virginia. I just
Yeah,
don't know.
they're not. They're like still like Northern Virginia. So, yeah.
Northern Virginia.
Maybe they are in Fairfax. I need to go check. This is gonna bother me.
Yeah. And then the stream CAD that's being used right now is provided by Water Salads, who I'm sure most of y'all probably know who he is, but if you don't,
Oh, you're right. It is in Fairfax. Okay.
Yep. Water Salads was the champion of the first StepManiaX tournament we ran at Byte 5 last year. He also hosted the Salad Bowl, which is like just a little friendly gathering with a couple of us. But we streamed it and commentated everything like it was a real tournament. Came out with some really competitive matches there.
What are salads?
What
Water
are
salads.
yeah. And then he's just one of the top players on full mode as well too. So playing at a high level for both doubles and singles is really impressive. Like the time it takes to do that. About 200 points away in the warm up, really close here. 13 to 10. This is going to be a good match.
All right. Yeah.
All right, first song is All Starts Now. Yeah, the warm-ups are very nice, especially for someone like Pilot who was managing the stream station earlier. So
Oh, yeah.
it's a
Didn't
little
have much
tough
time.
sometimes to sit for a while and then get up and play right away. So having that warm-up available, it's really great for the players too.
They could just warm up in their chair right here, you know, just like so.
This is one of the easier 19s that have come out in the game recently. This is a relatively new song that got added.
Interesting choice of note skin there.
Yeah, for Snowstorm, he has vision impairment, so that's the one he can see the best.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But yeah, this song is relatively low BPM as well, so it's very easy to get earlies on this by just moving too quickly. This is a really good chart to learn gallops on too, because they're very, they come, but they're not overwhelming amounts at a time. Coming up to the last quarter of the song, Snowstorm has a slight lead going to the second chorus of the song. But
It's really
anything
close.
can happen.
Yeah. Ooh,
Wow.
very nice. Yeah.
Double hexes for both players. Snowstorm taking on Pilot's Protect as well too. Only 2 perfect difference. It's close. The thing about the easier difficulties in StepManiaX as well, you have players like Sim or Snowstorm that don't have access to the game regularly, but he's a really strong ITG and DDR player as well too.
Okay, yeah, just good fundamentals. Yeah,
so
okay.
as long as the patterns aren't too SMX specific, they can generally sight read pretty well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And he plays on a pretty low scroll speed too compared to other players. Alright, so we are looking at Young Forever as the second song.
Whose
one's got a
Protect is
little
this?
bit of
This is,
Snowstorm.
oh, okay, I see, yeah.
This one's a little bit of a higher BPM than the first song we just played. So let's see if Pilot can go ahead and take it on Snowstorm's pick and bring it to a song 3 situation here. Coming out the intro, we have some gallop sections coming up here.
Oh, they're like on-beat gallops.
Yeah. And if you watch the way Pilots play, he's adding ghost steps at the end of the gallops.
Yeah, to make them a little,
Yeah, to complete the phrase, so that the next step following is on the 8th note pattern or timing. Little break coming up into the chorus here. Both players are flashing, so it makes me wonder if they're tied.
Yeah. We might see our first game 3 in the entire event. Oh, yeah. These pickup gallops are a lot more intuitive.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Snowstorm just took it by, I think, like one perfect.
This is intense. Wow,
Oh,
another
by like
close
one,
smash.
yeah.
Wow, just really impressive showing by one perfect difference.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
If this made it to game 3, and so there's something I've been saying or something I wish is that when two players are 1-1 and both of them have like the equivalent of a 6-star here, the tiebreaker should be like higher than the cap of the pool, because like clearly these two players are like too good for the level difficulty, and they should tiebreak with something
Harder?
like a lot harder. Yeah,
Yeah, and it looks like they might have opted to veto.
the harder
I
ones.
think I can show the vetoes here actually. Yeah, we can look at the vetoes real quick. So, Saints Go Marching In, Poco Loco, Magical Mystery Tour, and Jukebox were vetoed. So,
Saints Go Marching In is the one that speeds up slowly,
yeah,
right?
so
Okay,
the
yeah.
ones that got vetoed were the ones with either BPM gimmicks
Come on, let's play StepManiaX.
or really strange rhythms too. Jukebox is one with the 12th note rhythm timing. But let me go ahead and hide the vetoes again. Alright. Coming up next, we have Tommy Doesn't Miss versus Mr. Guy.
Whoops.
Oh, something just hit the mic.
The casual favorite.
I see
Are they warming up on this?
Yeah, I hope they're not warming up with a 25. I'm going to go ahead and head over and send over the draw
Okay, all right, yeah.
because I see they're busy with other stuff, so I'm going to help them out a little bit.
All right.
Pilot might come back this way too, although for Pilot's sake, I probably would suggest he stays off comms for a bit, that way he stays warm.
Okay, yeah.
I'll try to join back if everyone's got it under control. We have a lot of TOs here right now.
Yeah, like on the very last minute, there were just like 30 volunteers. You know?
Be right back.
Oh, they're actually warming up on this. Oh no, they're warming up on 19. I was about to say. I actually really like the stream workflow for this event. There's someone over at the card draw who puts in the names and the picks.
All right, I am back, folks. We
Just
are
in time.
about to start the first song. Players have warmed up with Izzy Pie. We are going to just do it as the first song.
Let's see what their picks are.
Yeah. So Mr. Guy protects
21, 19,
just
and
do
20.
it.
Okay.
And we're not changing scenes for a while. I can switch out of studio mode so we can actually see a little bit better too. Studio mode.
Oh yeah, I'm just like squinting at the.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not changing scenes that often, so
Okay.
it's okay. I see Tommy counting the beats as well. This is a little bit of a tricky 21.
Oh, gotta.
It's got some very tricky rhythms. I believe there's a slowdown as well, and just some tough panel center panel runs. And then for the non-StepManiaX players, earlier you saw some freezes that had a little tail at the end of it. Those are releases. You're supposed to lift your foot off of those right before it gets to the end of it in order to get credit for that.
Like right
note.
before it gets to the end?
Yeah. Maybe about like a 16th note or so before.
Is there like a timing window on that? Or do you just have to do it?
I think you just have to do it.
Okay.
I don't have a good way to describe it. Basically, you're lifting when you would step.
So it's like check or exclamation, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Both players still maintain a full combo throughout the whole song. And then as you
Oh,
see,
the syncopation, yeah,
it's ramped up in difficulty quite a lot towards the end of the song. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Nice job, both players getting a full combo. Tommy pulling off a 99 on that. Still, close PFC for Mr. Guy. He just got a early, right at the beginning of the song. He
Yeah, right at the
adjusted-
beginning, yeah.
He adjusted to it real quick. All right, now we're looking at recovery. This is a level 19. It's fairly straightforward. Shout out to Andy457. See the Twitch chat?
Yeah.
Tommy doesn't miss.
Tommy didn't miss.
Yeah, he doesn't miss. All right, song 2 coming on right now.
When are they playing 27s in this tournament?
Later. And not in pools. All right, both players maintain APC going into the first chorus. Difficulty starts to ramp up just a little bit by adding the 16th notes. There was it looked like a spin.
Yeah,
part of
have
the
you
song.
seen people spin in tournament?
I've seen it done before in warm-ups, but not in like the actual live matches.
People are too serious, you know.
They're trying to optimize their scores.
There's a pretty infamous clip of Keith Swag spinning in tournament and then dropping his glasses because of it.
Going to the second chorus here, Mr. Guy has a lead. And then, as you see with the spin patterns, both players are foot switching on, I believe, the up arrow to reposition themselves
Yeah.
to have their form stay forward. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Only 32 point
Exasperation,
difference.
yeah.
Tommy taking it back right in the outro of the song. And they both got 5 perfects.
In one of the KFC Stems has a spin in either the beginning of Deggers or over. It's probably over the period.
It's Deggers.
It's Deggers? Oh, okay.
Yes. But wow, very impressive showing by both players, especially gaining a same EX count. For those who do not know, StepManiaX has multiple sub-windows for the yellow perfects. I believe there's 7 of them, worth different percentages. So the closer you are to the line in the middle of the timing graph, the more valuable your perfects are. So based on what I see on the screen, it looks like they got maybe identical timing except for maybe one of them where Mr. Guy was just slightly off by like another millisecond or so.
Like, do you know how many milliseconds each division is?
We do not.
You do not? Oh, it's secret information.
Yes.
No one has bothered like going frame by frame or anything to like.
Not yet.
Yeah.
And as far as we know, I don't know for sure if this is confirmed or unconfirmed, but I've read somewhere that the white perfect is a 20 millisecond window.
Okay.
All
But I mean,
right?
like, you already know that there are 7 windows of perfect, so you know that information had to come from somewhere.
Yep. All right. So it looks like coming up next we have Pac Rob and Dat Corrido coming here. Let me pull up the bracket. Yep. So we're on this one. Pac Rob and Dat Corrido coming up here.
Okay. So
Let's go ahead and go see the players again.
Is this wild only? Yeah, this is only singles only. Yeah, there's no doubles charts in this one.
Looks like they're warming up the party. This one just came out in the most recent update of the game.
Okay.
Very, I always think like Katy Perry type of like pop music style.
Uh huh.
It reminds me of that era of music a lot. Yeah, this one's a very chill 19. There's some very interesting roll tech in this song. Since this is a warm-up, I'm going to go ahead and change this team real quick. Just so y'all see us for a little bit. As we awkwardly just stop talking. But yeah, again, we're at Eclipse 2023. Oh, I have the wrong date on
Oh
this.
yeah,
I
it is
have the wrong
definitely
logo.
March 24th right now.
Whoops. Let me just go back. Let me just go back to the main screen then.
Emergency edit. Emergency edit.
But yeah, we have Corey and Pac Rob warming up with a pretty easy song. You don't want to use too much of your energy in the warm-up.
Yeah.
Mostly get a feel for the setup. I believe this is Pac Rob's first match of the tournament because he had a bye in pools. And then for those of you who don't know who Pac Rob is, he's an insanely good DDR player. The biggest claim to fame I have for Pac Rob was at the Big Deal 2 in Texas. He showed up, and at least to me, he was an unknown player, and just showed up and just won the whole tournament. Just out of nowhere. It's like, who is this guy?
Unseeded and won the tournament. Okay.
He wasn't unseeded.
Oh,
It
okay.
was just like we didn't have a lot of information on him.
Oh, okay. A hidden dungeon
Yeah,
boss.
hidden talent. And look at that. He only got 1 perfect on that. To my knowledge, he doesn't have much access to SMX, but it's like I mentioned in the match with Snowstorm and Pilot, where people who are really good at other games, so like in Pac Rob's case, DDR, they have the timing
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
fundamentals
Makes sense.
on a relatively straightforward chart. So for that Corrido, this is a pretty solid pick if he's going on chart knowledge. This one's got quite
okay.
a few stops in it, as implied by the title
Yeah,
stop.
I do like how in SMX the tempo changes are actually, are marked.
Yes, they are telegraphed very
Yeah.
clearly, as long as you have the beat bars on. So it makes it a little more bearable to sight read. That one, it was pretty predictable, just like a 1/4 note pause, and then it starts again. The ones that come up later and are a little less obvious to predict.
Yeah, this is a very straightforward pauses. Like, it follows the music really well, so. Oh, yeah,
that
that guy
one's
got
pretty
knowledged,
tricky.
got out-knowledged. Yeah, I see Pac Rob just like stomping to the beat just to, assuming that it goes on the beat, but.
This is the long pause. I believe it's about 12 beats before it starts again. Oh no, that's not the one that's 12 beats.
Getting out, give it.
Yeah, like I said, these ones are less obvious to predict.
Yeah, I see. I can hear Pac Rob just stomping on the beat. which is a pretty good strategy in a lot of.
But for Pac-Rob's case, he's got strong.
But
timing.
Pac-Rob is still winning, yeah.
Yeah, his timing is good enough that he can overcome that disadvantage of knowledge. And they've got through all the stops of the song now, so at this point it's just all straightforward.
Oh man, Pac-Rob still takes
close.
it.
Yeah, Corey still got the full
Yeah.
combo though. Yeah, Corey did the scream and the long pause. Yeah, just very impressive timing by Pac-Rob.
Like, you know the DDR song Pluto, right? Or Chaos?
Oh yes, I know.
Yeah,
both
yeah.
those
Is there an equivalent for SMX?
Not to that degree.
Not to that degree.
I guess the other side has quite a few stops in it.
Yeah. But it's not just like if you don't have it memorized, you just can't do it.
It becomes a lot harder, but that one's got some very tricky pauses too. All right, Arcade Run coming up here. I mentioned this in warm-up, so Arcade Run's got a really good display of what's specific to SMX.
I see, yeah.
Right here we got rolls and pits being shown off.
Oh, it's interesting how it shows green before it.
Before we get your
yeah,
first
before it finishes,
proper
yeah.
judgment, yes. And a little bit of trivia. I believe that the artist of the song, Perfect Sphere, was also in some way involved with So Deep.
Yeah, so deep.
Someone will need to fact check me on that, but I think that's what I've heard from somebody
Yeah,
else.
so deep, perfect. That sounds right.
Silver tier.
Oh, silver dart.
The little mine pits to accent that beeping sound is really cool.
Oh, it was Perfect Sphere remix.
Zom, he's one of my typical commentators I have at my events. All right, coming into the last run.
You see how both players like lower that. Almost forgot it. You see how both players like lower their stance for the runs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Pac-Rob with the sight read Hex Star on that.
Yeah,
really impressive.
I think losers bracket's going on the other setup. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it appears to be. All right, let's see who's queuing up now. Let's check out the bracket here. So that was Pac-Rob Decorido. I see Jai Pai walking up, so let me see if that's the other pool.
Oh, looks like the people in traffic made it here.
Select a difficulty mode.
Is there any round ones that haven't gone yet?
Uh,
Oh no, looks like everyone's here. That's great.
Cool,
All right,
everyone's here. All right, so we have Malia and Jai Pai. This is a really exciting matchup. Malia has really climbed the seeding qualifiers in the last couple weeks alone.
Here we go.
She's been practicing really hard. I know she plays frequently with McCloudchick in the North Carolina area.
So for qualifiers for this event, you could try as many times as you want.
Yes.
Okay.
And we even took scores that were old too. So if you have a personal record that's 6 months old, we'll take that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Most people will want to play the game.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, in this case, we had like several players that had already APC'd the song, so there was no reason to make them do it again.
Yeah, I know. In some DDR ones, you have to like play them all in one set, and then you just take a picture of the entire set. Yeah.
We've tried that before too. It makes sense for consistency, but as a player, it's kind of annoying, especially like for StepManiaX specifically. Not every machine is set to have 3 songs in a row.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or like in my case of Pump It Up in the past, I'll play at Dave & Buster. Sometimes I have pad misses that appear sometimes. Or I have unpredictable things like children walk up to the machine.
I love children.
Just like a lot of unexpected disturbances. All right, so we have Malia and Jai Pai warming up to Do It All Night by Erotic. Classic DDR song. Personally speaking, this is probably one of my favorite 20s in the entire game. It's usually one I use to warm up with as well. It's got like a little bit of everything that I'm looking forward to test and pad out.
The green note skin throws me off so much.
Oh, it's funny. The skin that Jai Pai is using, Dark, is the one that I use as well too, so it's my preferred skin. But a lot of players that come from like an ITG or DDR background, they like Vivid a lot because it matches like the.
Yeah, the yellow one is what matches DDR. Yeah, and greens are the like the everything else in DDR.
Yeah, they're purple notes, quote unquote.
Yeah. This song's got to be like 25 years old or something.
Maybe. What's cool is this part, even though the rhythm repeats, the step artist turned it into gallops the second time it comes around instead of a single syncopated note.
Oh, I see.
And it keeps it very interesting that way, and it still sounds good when you play it.
Oops. Even with that one late, you know, still pulled ahead on that one.
Song 1, we have Be Alive. This was the qualifier song for Byte 5.
Ah, I love Beethoven virus.
This one's also featured in Pump It Up as well. I want to say it was also in Pump It Up Pro as well too. I don't know if this is featured on ITG3 or not, but a lot of the songs that were supposed to be in ITG3 ended up on Pump It Up Pro, which ended up in the mainstream Pump It Up series too.
Okay, yeah.
Check the settings here.
Yeah, I was really impressed at like how Kyle could get a lot of the licenses for a lot of the songs, like especially the old DDR licenses that were gone. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then if you ever watch any of his interviews, he's got some fun stories with some of them too about how every license is like a unique experience.
Yeah.
All right, going on to song number 1 with Be Alive. This one's a relatively straightforward level 20, as long as you know how to handle 16th notes.
No one's crossing over.
Opting to double step to maintain their timing. We have a little bit of a break here. Both players successfully getting the lift.
When there's long breaks between notes, those are actually harder than constant notes.
Yep. Especially if you're not a habitual ghost stepper to maintain your timing.
Yeah.
All right, going into the outro of the song, we're like maybe 50 points away from each other. So this would be anybody's game.
Is there any like hard spot to define the better player here? I guess not. It's pretty much the end. Yep. You know how in a lot of charts there's usually like one really hard spot, or like yeah.
I think they already passed hardest parts at that point.
Yeah.
Wow, only a 2 perfect difference.
Yeah.
We just have 2 really good players.
Have you seen like someone get more perfects, but they were like closer perfects, so they still had a higher score?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that happens a lot in our Houston tournaments.
Okay.
We have Steve Snowman and Inglomi in my area, so that happens a lot more than we expect. What we say in the area, we say Inglomi has tournament buff, like he just cannot be taken down in tournament. We don't know how. It's unreal.
All right.
Oh, I think
We
some of them
have-
had perfects on the. Some of them had perfects on this chart.
Alright, Spaceman, another classic from the ITG series. What's really cool about the versions that they feature in SMX is they have Bambi and Lin versions combined into one song.
Oh. Uh-oh.
In this chart, it maintains this crossover coming up from the ITG chart as well.
And it's not done. I feel like everybody has like a different speed threshold of when they'll actually start doing crossovers.
Yep. And it also depends what comes before and after the crossover as well, too. Ooh. That early swung the lead back in Malia's favor. Wow.
Oh, it just made it. Yeah.
Song 3
Is this,
drifting
yeah,
away.
This is our first game 3 then. Woo! Oh. Oh yeah. Well, I guess there was one early here, but yeah.
We love it. It's so close. Both matches have been so
Yeah.
close. Somewhere around 60 points on that match.
They're finally gonna pick their.
Our tiebreaker.
We finally
is
see our
drifting away.
third song. Yeah.
This is, in my opinion, one of the harder 20s featured in the game.
Well, what makes it hard?
I feel like it has a lot. It's very stamina demanding. Like there's like
Okay.
pretty much no breaks in it, and you're constantly galloping.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I believe there are some parts within the course where you have some crossovers you have to do while facing like almost 180 or 270 direction.
Oh.
Yeah, you see,
Yeah,
like, you have all
these jumps in the middle of this stuff. Yeah.
It just takes a lot of energy.
No crossovers.
Jai held a white combo for a pretty long time there.
Oh.
This one really tests your ability to do gallops a lot.
Oh. One more. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Two
Only
perfect.
2 perfect. But Malia's still pulling up a PFC on that song too.
Yeah.
Pretty tiring level 20. And that's not last first. She still has losers bracket she could play
Yeah.
in.
The viewers would like to see Stormtaker's next match streamed.
Unfortunately, we on the stream table do not have the control of the queue of the matches. But what it seems like they're doing over there is we're having the winners match get streamed and the losers bracket matches play on the other calendar.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
It's unfortunate that
Yeah.
we can't get every match streamed. We
I
just don't
think,
have the.
I think some people are like doing phone recordings at least, so you might see some of them pop up later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's time to bring out that old like camcorder setup.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Here we
pull out
go.
the commentary screen real quick.
Select your difficulty.
And right behind me, ITG have 2 full stream setups. It's really amazing that they can provide that. Like for myself, all of my stuff fits barely into one checked-in luggage. Let me ask ITG people what their stream channels are. But yeah, it was hard enough to bring my setup by itself, and I'm using so much space already. I think one of the advantages the ITG community has, the player that provided the setups was able to drive his own stuff up here.
Oh yeah, yeah. Being local definitely helps with that. Yeah.
Versus having to pack it up and fly it. And even then, it's not fun to take down the stream setup too.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and see who is coming up now. We have Dame Fortuna and Prima Victorian warming up with Get Busy.
Did you set up a squad mode for the event? Like you can see all the streams in like a squad.
I don't know how to do that.
Well, I mean it'd be like, yeah, I don't know how to do it either, but it'd be like someone would be in charge of the squad, and then they would like aggregate all of your streams together.
What we need to do is get like a Google Doc or something that like command Eclipse streams and just have the doc to all the streams together, or like a Bitly. Or
I don't know if you can do it on Smash 2G, where like you can just have all the streams on like the front page of.
Can y'all put, what are the Twitch channels for the ITG? Okay. Oh. Okay. Do you guys have that posted anywhere? Like on the. Oh. Okay, I'll look at your Twitter. I'll look at Twitter. Yeah, I know Pump It Up is also streaming at the moment too. Let me try to collect some Twitter links. Alright, we are looking for one more player, so let's see if we can track them down.
Wait, are we missing a player?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're still missing one player. They had a bye, fortunately, for the first round, but let me ask.
Oh, classical piece. All right, let's see if they can adapt to this song. So this is a 22. I don't really know the chart, so I'm gonna see what makes this a 22. Okay, some streams. Oh, drop it. Oh. Oh no. Oh, I think. Oh, I thought he was giving up. Oh, he's bringing it back. And it's getting faster and faster. Oh, can he make it back? Oh, that ending. Ooh, yeah, I think if he didn't miss that one section. I don't know what happened there. It was kind of like locked up. Fantasy, okay. Hello, Pilot. So they played Hall of the Mountain King for the first one.
Yes, I was spectating.
Yeah. Both of them got pretty tripped up on the tempo changes.
That's a hard one. That's a hard chart. This is very even at the halfway point.
It's very what?
Very even.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oops.
Dame Fortuna picks
Yeah.
up a
Missed
rather
there.
tragic miss, but my margin is still really close, like less than 600 points, I want to say.
Oh, in Hall of the Mountain King, Dame Fortuna like dropped like an entire run when it suddenly slowed down, and he was like 6 misses behind, but he still managed to bring it really close.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to close
yeah.
that out. That 2 misses is definitely going to make up like
Yeah.
at least half that differential there, but put up a strong showing, and Remo Victorian takes the set 2-0. Yeah, so I
So
know.
how are you doing in the event?
I'm doing good. My last set was on stream. I lost to Sin in a nail biter, basically.
Oh, yeah.
But right now, I'm waiting on 2 other sets to resolve before I play.
Oh,
one of which is
okay,
a conflict with another player, so I've got time to kill.
Oh man, people are getting up right as soon as it's ready. Yeah, I love the lack of downtime.
Team up.
Scottish Malia. I think this is a losers match. Yeah. After Malia barely lost on that game 3.
Pulling up bracket to check.
Do we have anything that's like really behind? I think there was someone who's still not here.
Fascinating if true. I do know, from my end, it's a little backed up because this set has to resolve. Shinobi's playing an ITG.
Oh, yeah.
And then that feeds this set, which feeds mine.
Yeah.
So.
It's always a nightmare when someone is well, you know, if you do enter that many things, you should be expected to have to play like 5 sets in a row when you're finally up to do things.
So it happens. But anyway, since I've got some time, back on commentary.
Is this their warm? Oh no, they're going into it.
Yeah. No warm up, straight into
Yeah.
start and pause.
Looks like they're both already pretty warmed up.
Conventional wisdom, speaking to other players, tells me this is probably one of the hardest to time 19s in the game.
The hardest to tie?
Yeah.
What's special about this chart?
So you're going to see it's got interesting tech and a lot of variation in places. You got some crossover Aves, you got different styles of 16th verse.
I think Godish is the first person I've actually seen do a crossover. Everybody else has been double stepping the crossovers.
These gallops, these are sorts of things that are less standard in the 19 range. Or, you know, you'll see these patterns in 19s in places, but nothing's quite as
Yeah, pump players
barrier.
cross over all the time. They know how to cross over.
Some lifts, for example.
Missed one lift.
There you go, just picks up the miss. Molly is holding on very strongly, though, with that gold combo so far. Very nice.
I saw Goddish almost like tip over for a sec.
I think this is actually a very good pick if your opponent does not have extensive knowledge about the game. Stuff like that really catch people off guard. And going into the last segment of the chart, it really ratchets up in intensity quite a bit. You have twisty 16ths. Center panel, pick up some early, unfortunate.
Oops. Yeah.
And then it's going to go into a 16th crossover whip very shortly. One way, back the other way, center panel.
Even in the 16th crossover, I think Malia just double stepped those.
But you can see that there's a really strong difference in chart knowledge here. Look at that perfect count.
Oh yeah.
So much.
Look, yeah, that's so tight.
Yeah.
My favorite.
I can see why.
This is an eventual goal of mine at some point. The full.
All right, I think it would be very cool if Goddish, in true pump it up player fashion, did the spins.
Did the spins? Oh yeah, I hope he does the spins.
Very.
Is this his pick? It is his pick.
It is
so
his pick.
Yeah. I hope he does the spins. Oh, they both have perfects on it. So let's see if Goddish does the spins. He at least does the crossover. Oops. Let's see it.
Let's see it.
Ah, no spin.
You know, I can respect not committing to it, especially against someone who's
Yeah.
as knowledgeable and has demonstrated accuracy to the level that
Maybe towards the end. Oh, there he did.
Let's
He did.
go!
Oh, now he's no barring.
I think we're going to see, for someone whose element is pump and they're used to those crazy streams, I think this chart's going to favor him coming up very shortly. It's going to start going into streams. Although,
Amalia perfected the entire stream. Got it, picks the tower back up. Very nice on the straight run. Is he going to do the backward spin?
let's see it.
Ah, yes.
Let's go.
You gonna do it again? Yeah. One more.
No spin there.
Yeah, not a really good.
Just your stock standard crossover. Malia takes the set 2-0. Now, you know, you may not be able to win the set,
But
you
at least
can
he got
win-
the spins,
You
yeah.
can win the heart of the audience. Oh, I am so excited to see this match. Shinobi Turbo.
Okay, yeah, well, wow. They already set it up, damn.
Yeah, so Shinobi, very strong player. Most notably had a second place, I believe it was, showing in Red October's lower level Mild Division tournament. And Turbo, I think, is more notable for his exploits in Dance Dance Revolution. I'm saying this because he's from my region, so I know him.
I see.
I believe he had a very strong showing at the most recent Mistake on the Lake tournament. I believe he made it through 2 pools worth of advances.
Oh, yeah, 2 pulls is a lot, yeah.
And, you know, no slouch. You know, PFC 17 kind of a player.
Oh,
So
okay, yeah, very good, yeah.
very strong dance game fundamentals, and I've seen him play this game, and he certainly, he's got the sauce. He can do it. So yeah, I see this as a very strong match between 2 very fundamentally strong players.
Where is this in the bracket? Do you know?
Winners round 2.
Winners round 2. Okay, does winner make it to top 16 in this one or not yet?
Not yet.
Not yet,
This
okay.
is still very early on. I actually think this might be Shinobi's first set in the tournament.
No. Shinobi had another set.
Okay.
I can look this up.
But yeah, that being said, these picks are emblematic of what I'd expect from these
Okay,
players.
yeah, this is quarters finals, yeah.
Yeah. Round 2.
Oh, yeah. Turbo was stuck in traffic, so yeah.
All right, game 1. They're going straight into it. Da Roots.
Oh, this one is lagging behind. I wonder where they are.
I believe going into about the 20% mark. Turbo, I think, only had one perfect or so he's currently holding the very slight lead. Shinobi, oh no, Shinobi's ahead. I got them backwards.
Oh yeah. I was like, we should like mirror the players or something. You know?
Yeah, but right now, I think this difference is no larger than 2 perfects by my count. I think the ultimate deciding factor, and it's really a question of does he know, which is the gradual slowdown at the end of the show.
Oh, at the end, yeah.
Thankfully, StepManiaX telegraphs its gimmicks with yellow line, yellow lines.
Yeah, but you don't know how much it slows down, right?
Yeah. Red lines for stops.
Oh, Shinobi took it back. Took the lead back. Oh, and Turbo has it now.
Yeah, they're trading. They're close.
I guess it is the ending that's going to matter.
Here we go.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Turbo clutches it by 4
4
points. Pull up the perfect count. Pull it up.
8, 9.
Crispy clean, both of them. But yeah, you could see that's 1 perfect, but I
Yeah. would
would think Turbo's variances are probably slightly worse, considering how close that was. If
Yeah.
they were within the same window, I think the gap would be a bit larger, so. But that's a huge mental victory, especially to win on your opponent.
Oh, yeah.
Feel the heat, the vibrations, all the streets, no situation, thoughts play, complications, party people living life. But it's only in the fast lane, like the ghetto, you can't.
Yeah, that 4-point difference probably would have been a tie in DDR or like the other games if it weren't for the.
So this is what I would expect, the sort of thing for Turbo to pick in this game. This is
just a
attack.
fast song, a turbo song.
It's fast, it's stamina intensive, you know. It's a skill check, basically.
Ah, yes.
And let me tell you,
A turbo song.
he can hit those runs.
Yeah, he has the advantage on that one.
I believe it was this year's mistake on the lake. He had opponents pick Digitalizer Expert
Oh my god. That's
against him 4 times, and I don't think he lost a single one. So, very good at these like stamina-esque charts. And very capable of just running over people in them.
Just run your opponent over.
All right, going into the halfway mark, they both picked up at least 1 early each. Turbo has a very slight lead. Both of them are locking in, just straight aces.
I see a couple of single perfects in this quote unquote easy part. Oh, very nice run.
Yep.
Oh,
I think there's one more.
very nice. Yeah, Turbo just ran that one over. Yeah.
That was an excellent pick from his end. Turbo takes the set 2-0.
It's good that you know your strengths and like which chart is like your strength. Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely think obviously, we cannot see the rest of the card draw from our perspective at the
I
commentator
think we
side.
can. I saw Jelly.
I think we might
show
be
the
able to
vetoes,
see
yeah.
parts of it, but just looking at the output here, it lines up what it expects. Turbo picks the stamina-intensive, very streamy 22, and Shinobi picks the 20 that has a peculiar
Do you
quirk.
think Shinobi knows of Turbo's like stamina heavy focus?
Unlikely.
Unlikely. Okay, yeah.
But I do think it's a pick she would make. She's very knowledgeable about the game, very skilled,
Yeah.
especially in this like lower half of Wild End. And it's definitely a good pick if you're confident on it, because if you don't know your opponent is comfortable or not on that, you can really trip them up with the speed
Yeah,
change at the end. But you have to execute it, and I
are
wasn't
we-
totally looking at that side of the player cam, but Turbo did get very clean, just a little late on the last note, and good otherwise.
Wait, is Molly coming? Oh, I don't know. Okay, she just forgot.
All right, we are waiting to see what our next match will be.
Yeah, we have some qualifiers coming up, I think. Let me see who's card drawing right now. I can't see from here.
Weather's looking like it's clear skies with a chance of pack rob ATB, if anything. But we'll know in short order.
Oh, is M. Jameson still missing?
I have not seen them around the venue, so possibly.
Yeah, I remember Water Salads was asking Jelly of where they were. I'm gonna go grab some hydration. I'll see you later.
I'll catch you around.
Let's continue.
It looks like I should change my occupation from pilot to a meteorologist. My prediction was correct. Packrob and Alessandra TB. Or KTB, as I will call him, for my convenience. ATB is protected while the Wreck-It spins. Packrob went for Waka Waka. We're getting a banger for our warm-up.
Hello.
Wish we had the Red October crowd doing the crab rave in the background of the camera.
That would be pretty fun. We do have a sizable crowd, though. We have all day had a sizable crowd. I'm pleased. I think last Eclipse, almost no one cared about StepManiaX. So
We've got a lot of cross-game pollination and 36 entrants. It is a sizable event.
yeah. We've had to pull people away from other events to.
It looks like everyone's engaged and really into it. We've had some great matches so far.
Yeah. These are two very strong players.
Yeah, they have been absolutely killing it on this lower level range that pools are being played in.
I think
Very high-level card draw, too. We've got a 22 and two 21s.
Oh, yeah. While the record spins is pretty tricky, right?
It's kind of, I feel it's a little silly to make a comparison to a 23 here, but it's got the same sort of patterning that Shiawase has, where it switches between 16ths and a tighter quantization to capture the swing
Right.
that goes on in it. All right, ATV holding a very strong gold combo coming into this segment of the song.
Yeah,
I think Pac Rob is keeping it close, though. He hasn't really made any mistakes since he picked up that early.
it's tough to keep focused after an early. He's doing a good job.
Yeah, that point difference has got to be 200, 300 or so.
It's pretty close. It's anybody's game.
Yeah, it's tight enough that they're trading the lead on the indicator up top. But both of them nail those roll and mine patterns. That can be very challenging on a read. And ATP keeps it so tight. Wow.
Incredible.
That's either one or two.
Two and one. My God. That is an impressive match. Wow. So the 22, like numerically the hardest song they have in the set, and they got two perfects each. We might see an APC here on Waka Laka or on Love Arcade, especially Love Arcade. If they get to that third song, I could see someone getting 100.
If we get to game 3, I think that's very much on the table. And you know, I don't think this chart is particularly that aggressive. It's not going to happen here. They're going to pick up some yellows on those first bursts, but I think especially the middle of this chart is pretty laid back for a 21.
Alessandro picked up a few perfects early. They're trading. That's razor thin.
Pac Rob ever so slightly ahead at the moment.
As we're moving through these pools, these matches are coming down to just one or two perfects. Milliseconds.
All right, some crossovers, some step jumps. Cute little 16th burst.
And we talk about cross-pollinating the dance games. This is a banger from old school DDR, right?
And I believe While the Record Spins was an old school ITG pick too.
Right. All right, can Rob hold on? And he does.
Another, I want to say that's like 4 or 5. 3. All right. Very impressive.
They each won their protect. So it comes down to Love Arcade.
So we've gone from an ITG one to a DDR classic, and now to a SMX specific license cut. And I agree with your assessment that we could very well see an APC here. These players have kept up very strong timing through those other charts with their swing patterns, their crossovers, their 16th bursts.
True.
All sorts of crazy things. Love Arcade's a very straightforward kind of streamy chart.
It is. It is a little slow, though. I would expect to see some rushing because, especially when you get nerves in a tournament, generally you tend to rush a little bit.
Indeed. We'll see if they can lock in and keep it super clean.
A little bit of rushing on Pack Rob. I think it's still just a one perfect game here. Wow.
Well, it was not quite the APC we were looking for. But
1 to
Alessandro
1.
TV closes it out with a 1
My goodness.
and a slightly better 1
That's
than
insane.
Pakrab pulled out.
Oh my god. The nerves.
So I don't know if we've had a match on stream yet where this has mattered, but for the audience, the judgments in SMX have sub-windows that award more points the closer you are to the actual perfect judgment. So in this case, Alessandro's singular perfect was closer to the absolute perfect mark than the one that Pakrab picked up earlier in the song.
That was such a good match. Went to 3 songs, and the last song came down to 1-to-1 perfect.
I had nothing to say. I just had to watch.
You know,
Had
I didn't
watch
want
it
to.
happen.
I never want to say he's still got the APC going because then inevitably that means that's when they lose it. Right? But that ending with the step jumps.
He got a
Yeah.
absolutely great photo there to commemorate the moment.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great example of a game that speaks for itself.
Cool. All right. I'll leave you to comms.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Water Salads. I'll catch you later. All right. Now we've had a little bit of a breather. Let's talk about our next match. Dak Corrido versus Chishu. We got a Party All Night Protect and a Crazy Loop Protect. I think is interesting here is I'm aware that Corey plays this game a lot and has very good broad stroke chart knowledge of the game. I believe he had demonstrated that earlier where he had made a choice to protect stop and go in a match earlier, his match against Pakrab. That protect definitely worked out in his favor in that he had full comboed it while his opponent picked up some misses, but his timing not being tight enough meant he had still lost the score race. So looking here, I can see the crazy loop pick here being picking something that's harder and something he's more familiar with that his opponent may not be as well versed in. Party All Night, I think, is a relatively straightforward 20. Lots of 16th syncopations, beats that are following the vocals primarily, but nothing that I think is terribly challenging on the site as well.
Let's do it! Select your difficulty.
Our players are now logging in. All right, choosing the warm-up on Bleep Bloop, but on its much easier level 18 hard chart, but not the wild 24. Well, personally speaking, I'm not always opposed to warming up on a 24, but considering that our pool's range is, I believe, level 19 to 22, a 24 warm-up might be a bit aggressive for what you need. All right, Party All Night, Wild 20, game one. But both our players are getting in the groove.
The boys are back with a brand new track. Kyle Ward, yeah. Come on. Feel in the rhythm, let your body go. No evidence here, dance like the pro. Let everybody know you're not a beginner. No matter what, you're always a winner. Good vibes in the place to be. Kyle's on the beat and Sam's the MC. Who wins smooth with the new dance moves? Time to show a groove. Get in the groove, now dance. Feel the vibe, keep the party live. Move your feet from front, back, side to side. Having a good time, keep your hands high. Everybody put them up in the sky. Never ever stop, keep grooving till you drop. Show them what you got and give me your best shot. Hit your chance and dance and move to new heights, alright?
Corey closes out game 1 with that perfect combo. Very well executed. As you can see, that chart very heavily on different syncopations and changes in pattern all throughout. I think it's a very challenging thing to read if you're less familiar with the game. And Corey showed some pretty good knowledge of the chart there. So we'll see now going into his preferred protect for game 2, Crazy Loop. This is a little bit of a backloaded chart, so I think it's pretty much anyone's game up until the very end with how this chart is structured.
Taking pictures with harmonies, spending no more money. If you want it so bad, why don't you say so, lady? You'll be hurt if you kiss me.
Welcome back to commentary, Water Salads.
Thank you. We are in a good spot with our card draws. We're kind of at a little bit of a hold-up with conflicts with ITG and things.
Yes, I'm aware there's a little bit of some waiting on my end, so passing some time, talking about some gameplay.
They call me crazy.
So considering this is Corey's preferred pick, I wonder how confident he's going to be when we get to the very end of this chart, which consists of some extended 16th runs. Both players holding on to a full combo, but Corey's got a sizable lead through accuracy.
It's a pretty substantial lead. Comes down to the stamina here, though.
Very good. That run was very precise from Corey's end.
It was.
He clinches out the set, 2-0. All right, we wait and see who's up next.
StepManiaX by Step Revolution. Press play to begin.
I think this is our bottleneck with ITG right now.
How to play. Step
We could
Wonderful.
end of the movie runs to the beat of
we could
music.
take a look at our sponsors.
Sometimes arrows will occur at the same time.
Of course, this event would not be possible without some assistance from our sponsors. So, what have we got here?
Well, the cave is an obvious one, right? The cave provides the Dedicav that you are not seeing, which is on the other side of our streaming table from the setup that you are seeing.
Our non-stream setup, yes.
Yes. Yeah, fantastic Dedicav over here.
And
the
speaking
cave.
of venues, our good friends Red Note from Las Vegas.
Yeah, Red Note pitched in a little bit to the prize pool, I believe. We appreciate you guys. And Red Note, obviously, they always have a large StepManiaX tournament out in roughly October time frame, right?
Yes, Red October was a wonderful event. It was an excellent introduction to the competitive scene when I went out there 2 months ago. Contributions from some other organizers, obviously our hosts, Eclipse, Ohio DDR. Looks like other contributions from Foxcade and Gameplay, I presume also for machines and material support for the event. And from some of our vendors, ConCon, Sprout Squad. We're thankful for all our sponsors.
Baseball alarm clock. I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not.
All right, this is going to be quite the exciting match for me to commentate. So Master Jack,
make a selection.
1225, and Dak Corrido. Both players, friends of mine from my home region.
Well, nice.
Says it turns out you and all your friends can get in cars and you can drive a couple 100 miles, make your way down to Baltimore, Maryland for a tournament, and you can play the same thing that you see on an intermittent weeknight in New Jersey. It looks like we're going to see another
Bleep Bloop hard.
hard level warm-up, I believe.
We get both hard charts.
The last set we played also saw this warm-up, and Corey's going to go all the way down to the 15.
It's a great song. So, you know Master Jack?
Yes.
Is there any significance to the number 1225 that he has on the end of his name?
I'm not aware.
It's 35 squared. It's a perfect square. So, I don't know. Maybe
When
35 is a nice number for him.
When I see those numbers, I think Christmas.
Oh, yeah, 1225. Why? I think 35 squared. I don't know why. Such a banger. I love all the Tokyo Machine songs.
Tokyo Machine is an excellent addition to the game's catalog.
I think if they just had an update with just 5 Tokyo Machine songs, nobody would complain.
Well, who knows? I would say I wouldn't recommend it for most cases, but a DLC pack could certainly be one such avenue.
Sure, right. They'd all be 24s on Wild, so a lot of people might be a little salty.
Hey, listen, Bubbles is a 22, Turbo's a 21.
True.
You get a little variety there. And if the officials don't cut it for you, there's always edit mode.
Very true. In my opinion, this is one of the hardest 22s. This is a stamina draining 22.
Very fast.
Very fast.
I'm not surprised that we saw some strong performances from Corey on some of the stamina-oriented charts like Crazy Luke. It makes total sense that he would pick this sort of thing. All right, Jack is going to pick up one early, but it's still pretty tight. Corey's going to pick up a slew of earlies.
Oh, it's anybody's game here.
They're trading.
Trading some paint. I think Jack has a bit of a lead gaining here.
Yeah, it looks like Corey picked up a couple more earlies, especially on those like down center kind of drills that you see. Jack's expanded his lead to like a healthy 600 or so point lead.
He's pushing ahead.
Yeah. He's locked in on that perfect window. All right, good mind dodge. All right, both players get a little rougher on that last drill at the very end of a very stamina-heavy song, but Jack pulls out a very strong lead there. 1,500 points. Takes game one. A very favorable position for him as it's next going to go to his Protect, Saints Go Marching.
Saints Go Marching. It's one of those, maybe we have 3 songs. 3 songs in the game with a gradual speed up.
What does it look like? With the wallet?
Okay, we'll keep an eye out.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, starting off, Corey had an extremely strong opening before picking up an early. Jack's been holding a gold combo, and here we go.
It's only a few hundred points at the initial slowdown. Jack's pulling away just a little bit. Still a lot of song left to play, though.
These gallops in the back third are brutal.
Clean gallops.
Right. Breaks his gold combo on that gallop, but still holding a healthy lead.
Close one.
Wow. A 98K on that chart is very impressive.
It is.
Yeah. Just did a better job in general keeping it very tight. You look at the graph there, it's going to go away in a moment, but you can see Corey's was not quite as tight, and I think he sort of drifted a little in places. I saw him drifting early, starting to rushing on the speed up. You sort of think, okay, I'm rushing, I got to rein myself in, but you can't rein yourself in too much because of the speed increase, and it sort of just leads you to become late on that instead. So Sync kind of drifted a little bit here and there on that. Jack, however, very locked in on that run. Very strong. I don't know if... Okay, this is a set.
I was just going to bug Ton about it, but he did it. Cool. We got
Malia, Dame Fortuna.
Dame Fortuna. Is it Malia or Malia?
I'm not sure.
I've been saying Malia.
Can anyone confirm? Malia makes sense. Apologies if I was mistaken.
There's a million of these names. We never know. I've been calling that Dame Fortuna for a long time. Just today I learned Dame Fortuna.
Admittedly, that might be coming from everyone's favorite Yakuza song and character.
Good warm up.
All right, almost picking up the hard APC on Malia's side.
We actually have another match happening on the Dedicap. It's Shinobi and Daniel Van Eden in the losers bracket.
Yep. I will play the winner of that set.
You played the winner of that set?
Yeah.
They're both pretty solid competitors.
As having played in the same bracket with them before, I'm well aware. I actually think I'm going to hop off commentary so I can stand up and be blood flowing for my next set.
Of course,
So
yeah.
I leave it up to you.
I'll be here. All right, song 1. Tricky intro there with the broken up streams. Dominic picking up an early. Ooh, and a miss, mines. I think this is Malia's match to lose here. Malia closing it out. Taking song 1. So we are in getting close to the end here of losers bracket for this pool particularly. Malia just needs to win this song and she will progress. She has one more match after this if she wins before being seeded into the top 16. Both players taking some misses there in those very fast bursts. Malia still coming out with maybe a 1,000-point lead. Yep, still about 1,000 points. Those mine pits are brutal. Still anybody's game, getting down to the wire here. Malia's holding her lead. And she does. Well done. Great run by Dame Fortuna. Great run. And Malia advances. If she can hold on strong for one more match, she will qualify for tomorrow's top 16 bracket.
Difficulty confirmation. Options. So, you ready to become a StepManiac?
Coming up here, we have Snowstorm versus Turbo. All right, so Turbo and Snowstorm. Just having their warm up here.
Not too many matches left, right? 13 or something. Right? We got time.
All right. Turbo taking song 1. 10 perfects, that's clean. Oh, just that one section from Snowstorm threw him off enough. Sometimes that's all it takes. Oh, clean 16th burst from both players. It's really easy to rush those because this is a bit of a slow song. Just a couple from Snowstorm there. But on a song like this, a couple's all it takes. Oh, missing the lift. We're getting close to the end here. It's going to come down to these bursts if Turbo can keep it together. Oh, picked up an early, but if he stays clean, he'll be good. There it is. Close one. Turbo pulling it out. Well done. Snowstorm, I believe, heading to loser's bracket after that loss. Yes. Snowstorm will be facing Master Jack in the losers quarterfinal, and actually whoever wins that match will advance to the top 16 tomorrow. So either Snowstorm or Master Jack from that pool, and then one other.
StepManiaX. Press play to begin. How to play. Step on the arrows as they reach the end of the movie lines to the beat of the music. Sometimes arrows will occur at the same time. Select difficult.
All right, here we are jumping into Jai Pi versus Primo Victorian. Strong match here. Jukebox, a really tough chart to get the timing right on, especially this section coming up here with these 8th note holds and the lifts. Devilishly hard to get the timing right. Because your mind is in the mode of hitting those purples. Oh. And then you have to hit the 8th notes. Jai with a small lead. Anything could happen though. And then, okay, we're into some purples. Here comes some 8th notes. How are they gonna do? Nice, pretty clean. This is still winners. Actually, whoever wins this match will advance to top 16 tomorrow. So this is a fairly important match here in the pool. One of these guys is going to top 16. Dream a Dream, a couple of 24th note bursts. Plenty of mines. Clean. Jai actually picking up a couple there. Oh, it is very close, this match. I think both players know what's at stake here. The loser will still have a chance to come back and advance to top 16. Oh. Very easy to rush this song. It is so close.
You gotta dream a little dream.
Oh, just a couple earlies there at the end sealed that out. Well done. That was a very close match. Congratulations to Jai Pai. He's in the top 16. You'll see him tomorrow on stream. Fantastic. And Primo, that was still his first loss. Got to win twice. Got to lose twice. Double elimination. So Primo, we will see facing off against somebody. We had somebody who was held up due to traffic, and they have since arrived. You see them walking around. So it should be good to finish out our pools
Okay, let's start.
in the next
Select
hour or two.
player difficulty.
Fantastic. Up next here, I believe we have Snowstorm versus Master Jack. Snowstorm versus Master Jack. This is a losers quarterfinal in their pool. So the winner of this will advance to top 16. The loser of this match, unfortunately, will be the end of their run. Okay, there we go. We've got their card draw on screen. So this is just their warm-up, and so they must be having fun with it then, right? Solid warm-up. Okay, first up, Call of the Wilderness. Call of the Wilderness, slightly controversial chart just for the quantization. The song itself appears to be in 6/8, is the time signature. However, it's quantized to sort of a 4/4 business. It's an interesting chart. It's very fast to read. Very speedy chart. We'll see how these two perform. And again, the winner of this match does advance to top 16. jacks are so fast, they're pretty tough to hit. And a minefield, it's a tricky chart for sure. Snowstorm holding on to a small lead going into these crossovers. Gotta hold it together. It's not a big lead. And he does. Those are some tricky bursts in there. That was well played by both. Coming up next, Pink Dinosaur. Pretty straightforward, 19. Again, the more straightforward and easy these charts are, the more it really matters to get perfect execution. Jack has been very clean, but so has Snowstorm. That lead has been tenuous, but it's stayed strong. Just a less than 300 points. All right. Snowstorm advances to the top 16. We will see Snowstorm tomorrow. Master Jack, unfortunately, that is the end of his run. Very strong run today. Strong showing for Master Jack. So close. So close to leaving that pool.
StepManiaX. Press play to get started. How to play. Step on moves as they reach the end of the moving lines to the beat of the music. Sometimes arrows will occur at the same time. For hold notes, step and hold until the end of the segment. Sometimes you will also be required to release exactly at the end of the segment. Missing will cause the light bar to empty and scoring to stop.
Just as my best and find out if you like it. And the best is to
We are just waiting on a few card draws here. So if you need to go take a 5 or 10, we might be just a little bit still on track to finish our pools tonight for a top 16 tomorrow. And luckily, everyone that we had outstanding stuck in traffic has arrived and is getting ready to draw their set.
Let's step. Select your difficulty. Hard.
Okay. Here we are coming up with a spicy matchup. We have Daniel Van Eden versus Pilot.
If you can't say goodbye, tell me what I've got to do.
They're warming up right now. This is a losers bracket match in their pool. The winner of this match has one more to go. They would have to beat Pack Rob to advance to the top 16 tomorrow. Take a look at their set coming up. On My Own is a pretty fast song that can be a little tricky to time just as a rock song. Generally rock songs, you know, it's electronic rock-ish, but it's not perfectly quantized like an electro song would be, you know, a techno song or something like that, dance song, drum and bass. So sometimes with the vocals or the guitar or something on my own, the sync can feel a little squishy. And it's just fast and furious, that chart. So it'll be interesting to see. It's a tricky song for sure.
You say you're all I got, but there's much more to life than love. You want to keep me down, but I'd be better off above.
That lead is trading. Very close. Broken combo by Pilot. This is a tricky section though. Anybody's game here. Just gonna about do it. All right. Pilot has lost his own protected song. It's a very tough song. Definitely on the higher end of 21s for sure. I wouldn't recommend that as your first 21. I'm going to be a bad commentator because I do not remember anything about this chart. I want to say there's a run near the end. The 16th run. Yeah, it's pretty fast. Fast BPM, a lot of 16ths. Okay, thank you, chat. I'm not making that up. Okay, long run right there, coming out of it. Looks like maybe 1,000 points or less. Pilot taking the lead. Within 1,000 for sure, a few hundred. It's gonna come down to that long run at the end, I think. Some of these guys have been playing in multiple tournaments already today. You got to imagine some fatigue is setting in, especially for a stamina-intensive song like this. Oh. points. Holy shit. Wow. 40 points. So the 53 perfects and 2 earlies take it over the 55 and 2 misses. Wow. All right. That was a nail biter, ladies and gentlemen. Well done. Pilot had a good run. Daniel Van Eden moving on to face Pac Rob for a spot in the top 16. And I believe our second pool is advancing. We're going to see a match between M. Jameson and Tink. It says D Wizard on the bracket, but it is Tink.
This is StepManiaX. Hey, press play to begin. How to play. Step on the arrows as they reach the end of the movie lines to the beat of the music. Sometimes arrows will occur at the same time. For hold notes, step and hold until the end of the segment. Sometimes you'll also
I don't know what that means, but it sounds supportive.
Missing will cause the light bar to empty and scoring to stop.
I don't know if you can see on the screen, Tink has really cool DDR tattoos on his left arm. That's pretty dope.
Take it to the max. Select your difficulty.
Might be having some technical difficulties with the app. There we go. I appreciate everyone in chat resisting the urge to scan that QR code at home. That would not be fun for any of us here. That is Tink, but I believe our names are coming directly from StarGG. We're an older set of names. So unfortunately, it's going to say B Wizard. But just know that is Tink. I believe we have our #1 commentator back here, Mr. Pilot.
Good evening, Mr. Salads.
Well done.
I am so tired.
I can imagine. I said as much in our commentary that, you know, at this point in the day, most of these players are playing in multiple tournaments. It's been a long day already. A lot of people had long drives or flights this morning.
Yeah, I mean, I've spent a very good portion of the night just on commentary or waiting for matches because of conflicts. So that really was the test between absolute like cold start versus someone who's just been grinding the hell out of ITG 13s.
That's true.
So,
Right, and I mean, that's the #1 name of the game here at a tournament is you got to adapt to the situation that's presented, right? Tricky.
well, I'm relatively happy with my standalone performance on all the songs, so I'm all good here.
It's very strong.
You gotta dream a little dream.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. All right. M. Jameson, B Wizard.
Technically, it's Tink. B Wizard and Tink are friends, and B Wizard dropped the tournament.
Ah, yes. I did hear that had occurred.
Yeah, to give Tink a spot.
I see now.
I believe Tink is a stronger
Tink it is.
player.
Tink it is. Well, certainly, even if I may not know all these players from prior experience or firsthand or whatnot, I've seen a lot of scores posted by these players many places. I know both players currently on the pad are absolute powerhouses in this game. Summer night in Seattle for game 1.
Good old Jenna Dre. Tink's dropping a lift. Another one. Another one. DJ Khaled over here.
Just a little early on that. I usually find, I think lifts work better if you bias them to lifting late, which is a bit counterintuitive to where you think you'd step.
Absolutely.
And you can visually see Tink lifting way too early there.
Oh, hitting the mine.
Despite that, the scores are very close to trading.
Neck and neck. I think Tink's accuracy has been a little stronger, but Jameson has been navigating all of the technical challenges very well. And I think when it comes down to it, hitting a mine is worse for you than getting a late perfect, right? I think that's what's going to do it here. There you go.
Yeah. M. Jameson pulls it ahead for game 1.
Game 1.
Yeah. So I think you can see on the graph, I feel like in general, you can see Tink's graph is tighter. So perfect-wise, it was tighter, but those missed lifts, the mine hit, the early, really hurted the overall performance. I think if all of those particular features were hit ideally, it would have been a very different story.
Yeah. Right, that's not the song. There you go.
If you can't
interesting. This whole set only has 19 and 220s. No 21s or 22s.
Yeah, very low level set.
So it's really going to come down to just execution, right?
It looks like it's a perfect tie. I think both players have one perfect.
It is a perfect tie. We haven't seen a tie yet. In the event of a tie, I believe the rules say we draw 3 random songs in the difficulty range. Each player vetoes one, and we play that last song. Oh, there's the perfect from M. Jameson.
Got about 20% left. See what happens.
Anybody's game. All right. Wow. Going to song 3.
Yeah. Very, very nice. One perfect from Tink.
Nice. Coming down to song 3, Do My Thing. Yeah, we've decided there are few enough matches left that we can just stream every match left and just play on this cabinet.
Excellent. More content.
More content for everybody. And tomorrow's top 16 will also all be streamed.
You love to hear it. Yeah, Tank does not have the timing down on those lifts.
No, he does not.
That is going to hurt his performance so much here.
Still razor thin, less than 200 points.
Yeah, I think this is going to come down to just pure execution in the last fifth of the chart. It's it's a very tech-light chart. You know, there's a little bit of syncopated patterns that can really throw you off, like some of those 16th into corner bracket jumps, but the execution's relatively straightforward.
Down to those
And M.
lifts.
Jameson's going to close out an absolute perfect combo.
Flawless. Amazing. I didn't even have that AP. I don't have that APC. That's a machine record on my machine. Fantastic.
You've got a couple new ones to clean up after this event.
Some of them I just cannot clean up. They're too hard.
That's what you love to see, though.
In her first set, she was stuck in traffic.
You can see a lot of improvement coming from that very first set. You really get warm up, you get focused in,
Right.
comfortable on the cabinet, you pull it out.
Just show up, park the car. APC. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. We may be moving on to a winner's bracket match. We might just keep it rolling here for M. Jameson. We will see.
Well, I believe that is the state of affairs for the bracket. Is a lot of these matches have been tied up due to an arrival delay, but
Yes.
we are all clear to just keep going. So let's take a look and see what we have left across our two pools.
Well, so I see Tink and Lightning in front of us. Yeah, I think they're about to draw their set.
So I know over in the other pool, the result is basically done except for one more set. Daniel Van Eden and Pac Rob still have yet to play, or the match has not been recorded.
Yes, as far as people from the other pool that are in top 16, we have Turbo advanced to top 16, ATB advanced to top 16,
And Snowstorm.
and Snowstorm. We just watched that a little bit ago. Right, and then either Pac Rob or Daniel Van Eden from the other pool.
All right, and back in the pool, which we just saw our matches for. It will be between M. Jameson and Tommy Doesn't Miss for a top 16 slot in winner's side.
Yes.
Jai Pai over Primo Victorian going into top 16
Well,
winners.
Jai Pai already won.
Yes.
Yes.
He's already over. That's
He's
what I
already
said.
over. Right.
So he's in top 16 winners. We then need to see. Yeah, we have some catch up to do on the loser side.
Yeah.
So we're going to see Tink and Lightning.
Sorry, Senpai, that's Lightning. Lightning.
Lightning.
Not Lightning, the developer for StepManiaX.
Did I get that right? Yes.
I believe you did.
Lightning. So Tink, Lightning. Winner of that plays Dims. Winner of that plays Primo Victorian. Winner of that set, top 16 loser side. Loser of M. Jameson Tommy plays Malia. Top 16 losers.
Malia. She's very good. But then again, so are Tommy and M. Jameson. That'll be a really fun match to watch.
So we have 6 sets left in tonight's event.
6 matches, is that right?
Yes. So there's 5 in this bracket and then 1 in the other. 6 very hyped matches.
Sometimes you will also be required to release exactly at the end of the segment. Missing will cause the light bar to empty and scoring to stop. Let's StepManiaX. Select the difficulty mode. Easy mode. Wild. You must be a stepping master. Confirm the song.
Here we go
All
for the
right,
warm-up
let's
between
go.
Tink and Lightning. Tink actually not taking the
Are you
warm-up.
ready? Begin.
Maybe he is, I'm not sure. No, he's not.
Yep. Lightning's just getting his one-shot warm-up in.
Tink did just play. That's fair.
He is off on the side stretching.
Battle of the locals indeed.
100 combo.
a good warm-up song. It's one of the harder 19s. It's not that exhausting. It's just kind of like tricky to get your mind going.
200 combo.
I just love it. You see so many players, just like Lightning did here. You just stand in the back on the two corners at the bottom of the pad, and you just reach over and hit, and you completely avoid all the mind pit dodging involved.
I do that.
It's very funny strategy you see employed on charts like this, Moonstone, a couple of other ones.
I do that unless it's really easy to step on the mine.
100 combo.
What's that one song? It's Holy Guacamole.
Nice work.
The song you can just
Select
step on the
next
mine,
track.
jump on the mine for the
Thank
time.
you for playing.
You'll be fine.
Let's
Right.
see what you can do. Select a difficulty mode.
First up is Never Gonna Make. Wild 21. I believe it's a fairly straightforward chart. Never Gonna Make. To my ear, it's a little slow, so maybe there's a chance for some rushing on this little burst of 16th notes.
Yeah, I can easily see this being a problem for players. As you just saw in the little chart preview that the game offers you when you're selecting a speed mod, I saw the illustrious down center, down up pattern, like a 16th drill on down center, down up.
Oh, that's tricky.
Yes, you really need to. I find the best way to approach that pattern is to very much turn your body such that you're basically hitting it as a sideways drill.
Yep.
But having the ability to turn and adjust in time to hit that accurately, it can be very difficult in the heat of the moment, especially if you're not familiar.
Think holding a decent lead.
Yeah, very good gold combo so far.
Now Lightning, I believe, is a mostly pump it up player. So he'll keep that combo as if his life depends on it.
I think here's where we're going to see that pattern I was talking about. Unless I had missed it previously. Or I misinterpreted from the preview. Yeah. No problem there. Straightforward. Tink gets a very clean golden combo. 9-piece. Very impressive.
9 clean. Wow. All right, pushing into BU44, another 21.
It's a very fun chart.
Something happens when you step up on a set of tournament pads at a tournament with all the noise. You forget the alphabet. It happens to all of us.
I believe in that case they also had to uncheck the songs with edits first option.
Oh.
But certainly as soon as you throw a number into the equation, I also forget the alphabet.
You know what this is? StepManiaX, let's go! Hey, go! No stopping, to the top, let's get it poppin'. To the window, to the wall, you know we going hard. You want more, we give you more. Stop this jam, let's hit the floor, let's get on the floor. Up and down, showing moves as you hear that sound. We going, no stopping.
This song obviously a throwback, callback to Beat For You, classic DDR song. Right?
All right, Lightning takes a couple of hits there in the little tech section they throw in.
Now bring it back, step, resolution.
Tink staying relatively clean here.
Yep, very good mind dodges, building up a decent lead at this point.
Yeah, close to a 2,000-point lead, I would think.
All right, it's pretty tame the rest of the way through. I think Tink's just going to close it out in solid fashion.
There it is.
Secures the full combo. All right, takes game 2 and the set.
Battle of the locals. Tink advancing. Tink will face Dims in the next match, the losers bracket here in the pool, and then one more match on to the top 16. All right. One of our competitors is playing ITG right now, but I think we have a match.
Step up and give it a try.
Tink might hang around if we can find their opponent.
How to play. Step on the arrows as they reach the end of the moving lines to the beat of the music. Sometimes arrows will occur at the same time.
I'll go check on our next match.
Step and hold until the end of the segment. Sometimes you'll also be required to release exactly at the end of a segment. Missing will cause the light bar to empty and scoring to stop.
Okay, we're in card draws right now for Tink versus Dims.
Excellent.
This should be a really fun match to watch.
They've both demonstrated they're very strong players so far.
Yeah.
It's going to make for one exciting match.
Yeah, Dims, I believe, used to play like way back in the early days of StepManiaX, and then took some time off. I talked to him a little bit earlier. He said he was a little rusty, but I think he's doing pretty well.
He's very clearly got the fundamentals down and knows what he's doing. All right, looks like we got ourselves a card draw.
Dims versus Tink. We have the 7th Element, Boogeyman, and I Love You Baby.
Let's start.
Boogeyman, have we seen any songs from the most recent update besides Boogeyman right here?
I don't think we have.
This is from the recent update, right? Boogeyman?
One more before it.
Oh, one more before.
There was the Halloween update, and then the most